Om krisen eller kriget kommer. Viktig information till Sveriges invånare. Guys, if you don't understand Swedish, I'm gonna translate this for you. An important information till Sweden's residents. And there's this guy here who is like a military guy or lady, military lady, and this guy pointing his rifle at something. Then there's like this airplanes for the army, and some people here just trying to calm their kids. And then here it says om krisen eller kriget kommer. If a crisis or war comes. Yes, that is what we are getting in the mail today. This piece of booklet here, it's yellow in color, has been delivered to all households in Sweden. Everybody who lives here, whether you have, your mailbox or whatever, whether you have your residency here or you're just living here short term, you've gotten this thing. And it's not only been sent to the post, it's also been sent digitally. Like I got a notification from the government, the myndighet, to read the information that's there. It's a bit worrying, it's a bit concerning, honestly, because it's not just random that they're saying this. Remember, Sweden, where it's based in the map, is very close to Russia, and there's been threats or imminent threats of a possible invasion somehow of this country that has not had a war in over 200 years from probably Russia, I don't know. But it's just strange that, it's a bit worrying, not even strange, it's a bit worrying that we get these things. Before that, I think we should go into the contents of what's inside this yellow booklet. There's also a digital version, like as I told you, which we got, which you can just open and read it as a PDF, and all the information is there, but they even had to send it again as the real one. So let's open it up and see what exactly they're telling us to do. Should we be worried? Where should we go? What should we turn to? Let's see first of all. So as we saw, this is the first page. I've already translated what that means, but this one also in itself, it scares you, So here we are. I'm not gonna read everything, but I'm gonna take it like bit by bit. To Sweden's residents. Yes, that's a small message. Basically, they're saying we live in a warring time. War is going on in the world. Terrorism, cyber attacks, and false information used for skada or påverka, like it's affecting us and harm us. Anyways, here is what they're talking about, the types of problems that there might be. So what are they saying? Together we make Sweden stronger. So they're showing people doing like CPR, in case somebody or a child and an adult, in case they have a stop in the air, CPR, what you can do to try and bring them back to life. Here they're talking about Sweden's defenses, the military and civil defenses, and Sweden in NATO, the alliance. Again, a bit worrying, these things. So there's some things here that they're telling us. And actually the other day, I'll tell you about this towards the end. It's like an alarm that I heard, but we're gonna talk about that later. It's a warning system here. So look at this. They're talking about air attacks. They tell you what to do. They're telling, like, all these things, what you're supposed to do, the safe rooms, the room, where they are located, how it's supposed to be. And they're even talking about chemical weapons, kärnvapen. Here we have at home how you're supposed to be prepared. Like in terms of vatten is water, what you need at least 3 liters per day, for drinking and to cook food. So how should you prepare yourself with water? warmth, warme, food, money, communication, all these things. So have your radio close to you. It's the one that, if it's with batteries, just have extra batteries and all these things. If it's telephones, have power banks and everything. So basically, we should be having these things as it is right now with us. In the warm, like have like covers, have like candles, have light, everything. Food, you need to have dry food, conserved foods, protein rich foods, fat rich food, quick energy food, drinks like coffee and tea, and then children food. And money, they're actually telling us to actually have money in forms of cash in different forms and different, like dollars, euros, pounds, kronas, and all those things. So all these things, toilet, everything. I'm not gonna go through everything. Here's the quiz room, the safe rooms where you should go. They are usually under the bunkers in case of a bomb attack, and digital safety and all these things. And honestly, it's a bit worrying to see all these things. Yeah, even it talks about how to stop bleeding if there's like a terror attack, if there's like if you have animals like cats and dogs, what to do. You that has extra need of extra help, like maybe if you can't go, if you're in wheelchair and everything, and if you are worried. Yes, that is it. So as you can imagine, this is not information you get every day in your life randomly. The government does not just come and send you such documents telling you to prepare for war, basically, especially if you're living in a country like this, which has not had war for over 200 years, which has been peaceful and all these things. The world is a crazy place right now, as you can see. But this one probably got me worried, like most of you out there with the family and friends, because you don't just get such things in the mail every day. So now we have to prepare basically for war, is what we're being told. And as civilians, we have to make sure we are like thinking. I don't know if they're just making us prepared or there's actually an imminent threat, but yes, this is Europe. Europe has this threat right now. America is no better. You can see they're trying to like take Greenland. The Middle East is crazy. If you're not crazy, if you actually, it might just end up that Africa is the place where is actually most safe right now. Because as it is in Africa, apart from the civil wars that we have in Sudan, and just that actually right now in Africa is very peaceful. It's only in Sudan where there is like a civil war. Basically, Africa is not fighting against anyone, and even not amongst themselves. So could it be that Africa is actually the place where we have to turn to or run to or return to in order to ensure safety? Because as I was telling you about the alarm, the other day, I think it was on a Sunday, I was working night shift, so I came home and I slept. And I was sleeping and I was like enjoying my peaceful sleep, and at around 10 o'clock or something, an alarm sounded, very loud alarm, and the entire city had that alarm going, bah, bah, like a sound kind of like that, making out loud continuously. And then my telephone started also making the alarm. I don't even know how they have that connection or that, access, but the phone also started, making the alarm sound. So I woke up and I was very scared and wondering what is going on. Then the telephone message said, this is just a test, just in case we have an attack. We want to see if people can be able to understand what to do. This is what will happen in case an attack comes. The phones will do the same thing. I think I have a screenshot of that. If I'm not, I'll give it to you and you'll see. Yeah, in case if the phones are working, the alarm, if you hear it and all these things. So they say don't do anything now because it's not a real attack. Nothing is happening. And man, these are not things you want to be hearing every day. So we are a bit worried, honestly, about what is happening in the world, and especially in Europe. Also, there's been reports in the news that there's been some UFOs or unidentified flying objects over Sweden that has been penetrating, that have been coming in the rooftops, not in the rooftop, but in the airspace, flying about. And it's like a drone, it's like Russian drones that have been spotted, and it was in the news everywhere. So could we be actually in problems or in danger here in Sweden? Would Africa be the best place to run to right now, you know, in case of anything? Or should we even start running away as soon as now? Because we don't know. This is just, this is a lot of things to think about. Like, if you get even a paper like this, and it tells you even how to prepare and all these things, man, I don't know. I'm even wondering now, should I like start planning? Should I tell Jackie that we go and buy dry foods and remove cash and have cash on us? Like they're saying, should they actually follow these things, or are they over exaggerating, or are they just trying to play safe? You know, it's very hard to know. Yeah, because, but I think one thing that we actually need to be serious about, just in case of anything, we need to know where the closest safe house is from where we live, because they're usually bunkers, like underground places where you can go and hide there and be safe for a while. So instead of just living in a house like this. But I don't know, sometimes it feels as if maybe we are just exaggerating, but I mean, the government is actually warning us and telling us we need to do this. This is a sensitive topic actually, and I'm even nervous to talk about it because of the censorships from this platform. But I also need to know what you guys think as a Kishmawal family, and if you're watching this, if you are in different parts of the world, if you've been in a country that has been affected by war, and maybe you were given these signs, but maybe people like us here ignored, because I've never lived in a place of war. I've never outlived the war in my life. So I've never experienced war in my life, so I don't know how things usually go, how people escape, what they do to make it to other places. But I must say it's a bit worrying and it's a bit wanting. So yes, so at least the guidelines is very nice. Like here they say you should think about like especially things that will help you, the ones that you need in times of a crisis. And maybe it's time to take this thing seriously or not, but I don't know what you guys think. Or maybe, you know, maybe we'll have to run to Africa, because Africa so far honestly is one of the best safest places right now that we can actually think about. Again, you know, the crazy Elon Musk, we saw thing happening, the president in America who was coming, like the Western world is becoming more and more crazy. But in case you're from here and you haven't gotten this one, I hope these tips will help you, as I've gone through them really fast. But just go to the government websites and read for yourself. But if you hear the alarm, they say like the alarm is like 30 seconds, 15 seconds quiet, 30 seconds, 15 seconds quiet, then that means is a danger, you know. So remember, try and have dry foods, like beans and legumes and you know, peas and all these things that you can actually cook, and the food that's in containers, because you might need to be somewhere under for a long time. Yes, and yeah, and then they said other like andra allvarliga hot, extreme weather. So other serious scares can be like, for example, extreme weather, because we live in a very cold country, and if like something happens and it's -degrees, it can actually, you know, knock you out. Farliga smittor, so these are dangerous. Smitta is like infections, let's say, yeah, that can transmissions. Yes, if you can be transmitted diseases or something, you know. Storing a victim IT system, like disturbance in important IT systems, is also a very big one. And organized crime, organiserad brottslighet, organized crime, because also some people or groups might come together in these times of catastrophe and just start, you know, coming together. So it's serious times we're living in. Honestly, like when I'm sitting here, let me show you. I can see outside from my window, and even just here living, like this is it looks very nice and calm and peaceful right now. But even sitting here, I've already seen like 3 police cars. Like literally by the time we're filming these videos, I've seen like 3 police cars passing randomly doing patrols. And honestly, it gives you some worry. You know, it gives you a sense of hope that, oh yeah, it's okay, because at least we have the safety. But when you see so many police cars around just driving randomly, also it makes you worried, because it's like they're just going around checking out stuff, you know. Yeah, but at least we are safe in such a way. But also, are we really safe? You know, are we really safe, man? But guys, let me know, what do you think? What do you think? Is it going to be an imminent threat that is coming? Should we be worried? Is the government just being safe, or is it just trying to protect us? Or if you live in Sweden also, give me your thoughts and concerns. Like, what do you think? Because we are close to, and I think, and these threats specifically are not from any other place. Like Norway is not about to attack Sweden. Sweden is not about to attack Norway. Denmark is not about to attack anybody of Finland. It's actually from the big bully of Europe, the Russians. Yeah, so I don't know why they'd want to attack such a peaceful place like this, but we are being told to be prepared, yeah, in case of anything that happens. So guys, just giving you an update of how it is to live in this peaceful, beautiful land, this beautiful country, and we hope for the best, pray for peace in the world and peace on earth. And we hope that everything goes well, and we're just gonna continue living our lives as normal. And yeah, let me know your thoughts below. Kish Mawal, comment below. That is it. See you in the next times. I know this was a random video. It's nothing to do with the usual content we are used to, but it's good to know about it and to just be prepared. Okay, guys, Kish Mawal. See you guys in the next one. Pray for peace on earth. That is it.